Hi, I'm Amy Meyer for ACPsws Commerce. On August 3rd, Jeremy Allen, Lou Stella, and I had the opportunity to stomp around Stadium Village and Dinkytown businesses and evaluate what makes these places tick. Here's a collection of what we saw and heard in our meanderings. Jeremy, where did you head and who did you talk to?
I talked to Ryan Hinderrocker, the manager of the Book House in Dinkytown, about how he competes with bigger businesses.
And Lou, who did you visit with at the Loring?
I was able to speak to Todd O'Dowd. He serves as the communications manager and the special events coordinator at the Loring Pasta Bar, as well as their sister venue, the Varsity Theater.
I had the pleasure of visiting with Jameson McGuire from Varsity Bike and Transit, who said that business is good. Here's a clip from our conversation where he discusses the draw his business holds on the customer.
We've done electrical bikes for a good 6 years here now, or 5 years. So we've definitely kind of had our foot in the door. We know what companies are have been out there and trustworthy. We've kind of guinea pigged this one for a lot of other people already. So we know we have a good amount of information, and a lot of people come to us for our knowledge base on electrical bikes.
Ryan Hinderrocker, the manager of the Book House in Dinkytown, also shared the draws his business has in the local community. Here's what he had to say.
At the beginning of the semester, we'll sell a lot of books that are used for classes. At the end of the semester, we'll sell science fiction and mystery and stuff that just kind of lets people let go. Although it seems like we have a lot of graduate level students who come in, and they seem to keep the academic stuff going year round.
So Lou, what is the draw that the Loring has? You were pretty impressed with the atmosphere, weren't you?
You can definitely say I was impressed. It has a very eclectic, whimsical feel to it. The owner has described it as bohemian-like, and I would agree with that. But I think there's a lot more to a restaurant than the decorations. Having looked at the menu online, I can understand why Todd O'Dowd told us that people come to the Loring Pasta Bar from all over the country. Todd also shared with me the history of the Loring Pasta Bar.
The original Loring Bar and Cafe was in the Loring Park neighborhood of Minneapolis, and that opened in the 80s. We've been here since 2001, so we're in our 11th year here in this space, serving the Dinkytown and the urban community.
While each of these businesses has strengths that are different from one another, they also have challenges that are different. For Varsity Bike and Transit, chain competition was a struggle that they have claimed to overcome with lower prices and customer service. Competition, says McGuire, would drive them to work harder.
We definitely, if we don't have something and we know where to go, we definitely send people to another shop, and there's certain shops that we do recommend, and those are some of the same shops that would recommend back to us, and it's just because we know people there, they know us, so it's a community thing. It's definitely a bike thing, you know. We're here to scratch your back, we're here, we'll help you, you help us. We sell the same bike and you're on the other side of town, I'll easily sell you that same bike, or you can send your customer to us, however.
Jeremy, do you want to share with us what struggles that the Book House faces?
Ryan definitely said that one of their biggest struggles was with bigger chains, but he believes that because of his eclectic atmosphere, he doesn't have to worry much about it. He also says that his big challenge is what books to buy from used books, what books and how to sell those books. He had problems in the past with Robert Frost, thinking that it would sell off the shelves immediately, but when it was on a top shelf, no one would get to them. When he moved them to the eye level, he was able to sell the books very rapidly. It's all about how you present the material in his shop, definitely. Here's some video of Hinderrocker discussing public access to business and some signage about the construction.
People that have been very adversely affected by the bike trail, if you're at all interested in pursuing that. I know Midway Books over in University in Snelling, that has just been a huge thorn in their side. It's on University Avenue in Snelling. It's called Midway Books, and University's just been torn up for, I don't even know how long. They'd be able to give you an answer on that, but it's more, even before that it was more pothole than road. Now it's more construction than road.
Yeah.
And it does not help their business. I feel like those little signs that say support your local business are probably just adding insult to injury.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to see a little sign that says support your local business and then change their mind and go somewhere they would not have otherwise gone.
The Bookhouse isn't the only affected business. Here's what Todd O'Dowd from the Loring Pasta Bar had to say.
It does make things a little difficult, but we're very good at making sure our patrons get the directions that they need to get here.
Okay.
And we also know that the area itself is quite tricky. People understand that, and we're very good at guiding our guests to us.
What some people find as a curse can be a blessing to others. Jameson McGuire from Varsity Bike and Transit felt the gas crunch, but in a different way.
Yep, that definitely does play a factor. We definitely noticed that a couple years ago when it was $5 a gallon. We had an incredible year that year. Last year it died down a little bit. Obviously, gas prices weren't as bad last year. Gas prices are going up again. It's hard to say whether it's just an influx in people wanting to bike more or if it really is gas prices, because I think a lot of our customers, or a good percentage of our customers, are student-based. So we can't really tell that right now being summer because a lot of the students aren't here right now. So we're pretty much catering to the people that are in the neighborhoods and our local day-to-day customers. So
If you'd like to learn more about these businesses, look us up on ACPsws.com under the Commerce section. For ACPsws, I'm Jeremy Allen.
I'm Lou Stella.
And I'm Amy Meyer.